Hey, it's Joshua Vergara. What's going on, everybody? We are officially in CES 2020. Today is day one, but I do have some stuff to show you from a meeting that I had with the Fossil group. Yes, that Fossil group that also has Michael Kors, Kate Spade, Diesel, Skaagen, and Fossil's own watches available, all with Wear OS and also a few hybrids that I'll be showing you later in the video. This is always really exciting to me because it's a way of seeing where Wear OS is going. Now, with all of these watches, the majority of them at least, they will be sporting the latest processors from Qualcomm, the Snapdragon Wear 3100. And then some of them will have microphones so that you can do calling on them. Most of them will have 8 gigabytes of storage, and you will have 1 gigabyte of RAM for multitasking, or rather just for the apps in the background. Now, there were a lot of watches at this meeting, so I'm going to point you over to Isa Rodriguez's channel, Isa Does Tech, so that you can see some other watches that I didn't cover that are also a little bit more her style. The first one is a little bit of a collaboration and honestly something that seemed to come a little bit from left field. These are Skaagen smartwatches, and Skaagen did have the Falster 3, which is even more minimalistic in line with Skaagen's design philosophy, but this one in particular was actually branded with X by Kygo. Yes, that Kygo, the music artist, has his own brand of headphones and audio products that are also fairly minimalistic and have a very intentional design philosophy. So since this is in line with Skaagen's own philosophies, they went ahead and collaborated to create this version of the Skaagen smartwatch, also powered by Wear OS and has a few very intentional design aspects to it, like the X on the lower watch band, that is of course the branding for X by Kygo, and then a small color flourish with one of the fasteners being white. The thing that I really like about these Skaagen Falster 3s though is that there's a little bit of trickery in the watch bands. You can actually hit that pin and undo the watch band and still be able to change it up because it's not a rod down there, it's actually a connector. So once you take it off, it almost looks like you broke the watch, but in reality you did not. Speaking of collaborations, this is one between Fossil and Mad Dog Jones. Mad Dog Jones is an artist that is based in Toronto and is known for cyberpunk renditions and just really colorful art. So the artist teams up with Fossil, who already made these particular Diesel smartwatches, which feel like a big departure from what I'm used to from Diesel. These are semi-clear, semi-transparent watch bands on a semi-transparent watch body. Again, you still have Wear OS on here with all of the specifications that I mentioned before. So you still get full smartwatch connectivity and also smartwatch features on something that is really stylish. This is something that looks really awesome, especially for you hypebeasts out there who are really into some pretty radical style. You have like a black one, a red one, and also a completely clear one. And by the way, this is a bit of a tease for you. These plastic jelly-like watch straps are also heavily featured on Fossil Sport updated watches that you can find over on Isa's channel. But the collaboration with Mad Dog Jones means that the Diesel smartwatch has a bit of an unboxing experience. This is actually why I didn't do too much with this particular smartwatch, because I'm holding out hope that I could do an unboxing of this thing. The box looks really awesome. You open it up, you have the Diesel smartwatch in there with a custom watch band that was designed by Mad Dog Jones. And then you have this really cool microfiber cloth that's in there as well, kind of as a placemat or even as a cleaning cloth, but it's one of the coolest looking designs that I've ever seen. This is a limited edition watch, and the pricing and availability will be available in the description down below. Once we have it, of course, the announcement's actually happening as I am making this video. And finally, a look into a category that I have been an advocate for quite some time now, hybrids. I have right here the Fossil Hybrid HR. This is the Collider HR. I love this thing, and of course I do have a review that's going to be coming out pretty soon. We're just in the thick of CES 2020 right now. So you can imagine my surprise when we were at this event and they busted out updated versions of the Hybrid HR. I was flabbergasted because I was like, I just got this one like not more than a month ago and I still have to do my review on it. You already have updated versions of it? Now, to be fair, there were updates in the Hybrid HR ecosystem in general. The app now is able to do notifications from all apps on your smartphone, whereas in the past you were only able to do so with like a dozen of them. And now you can also customize the watch faces with some patterns or even put in your own picture that is then transcoded into this e-paper display. So the core functionality is still the same, but the body around it all now makes it really seem like a proper timepiece with a little bit of extra smart inside. You have a couple of bands here that are fully metal, not necessarily my style, but then there's another leather one. The main thing to take away from these though is that the bodies are actually a little bit bigger. They actually look like full-on watches, especially the fact that you have the watch arms inside, and it just so happens that there's an e-paper display underneath so that the watch arms move around so that you can see your notifications and other pieces of information. Seriously, these are some of my favorite smartwatches out there right now. I love hybrids, and also this is a great way of getting in a little bit of that smart notification stuff while still having the look of an elegant timepiece. That's why this has hardly left my wrist, and that's why whenever I see Fossil, I'm always excited to see what they're trying to do next with hybrids. And of course, like I mentioned before, there's always a ton of stuff at these Fossil meetings, so it was really interesting to see all of the stuff. I just couldn't cover it all in one video. I focused on the 3 that I feel like all of you would be really into, so let me know what you think in the comment sections down below. Again, once Issa's video is available, you'll see a card appearing above, but I'll also put it in the description down below. You can also check out all of Fossil's stuff over on their websites. I'll have links in the description as well, as their announcement is happening today on the first day of CES 2020. We're officially in the thick of it. Well, it feels like we've been in the thick of it for a while now, but the official show floor date opening is today. So CES 2020 is underway. Look forward to all of our content here on the show floor. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it on this one. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell over on the side to get notified for all of my CES coverage. Drop some likes on these videos and get into the comment sections. Let me know what smartwatches you're really into, and of course, there's a ton of them coming out of the Fossil group. And with all of that said, I'm gonna call it on this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll just remind you to enjoy your tea, everybody.